What's going on, bikers? So I'm super excited today. I wanted to give you guys an update to my 2018 Triumph Thruxton R, aka Rhonda, and let you guys know where I'm at since I picked it up about 9 months ago. Done a lot of things and obviously spent quite a bit of money. It's an expensive hobby being a biker, but I'm super excited about all these cool things that I've done. So I figured I would kind of start with cosmetic and go from the front to the back. And the first thing that you guys will see in one of my recent videos, I posted this too, was my update to my Rizoma fairing and my Rizoma fender. These are both their kind of bikini or, you know, mini looking parts that they offer, and I really like it because it slims up the front end, especially with the fender. If you guys know, the stock fender is a little longer and it's got that bulky plastic that's right here, and so this offers that more cafe look. And then the fairing's pretty cool because it's just a tiny little bikini fairing that, you know, obviously doesn't offer much wind resistance, but does cover up the gauges and makes it look super cool and super retro. And if you guys remember from a previous video, I actually took these and had them custom painted the Triumph Silver Ice to match my tank and tail, so everything is all synced up and they look really pretty and it's shiny and beautiful, and I'm super happy about that. Moving on, you'll notice I have the British Customs fork ears, or the headlight ears. They're not actually attached to the fork, but they're attached to the headlight. So I've got those on there. That's blacked out. And then you can actually see the bracket here for the fairing kind of floats between the gauge cluster and the headlight. So it looks all nice and black in there. And then I've also got the Wilder Factory minimalist turn signals. And let me get these turned on for you guys here. You can see those are LED and they flash LED. So those are pretty cool. You know, they're very low profile. Obviously probably not going to be the safest thing in the world, but they do look super cool, and at night they are pretty bright. And then I also swapped in a super bright LED headlight that obviously is offering maximum light, both for regular and high beam. And so that's obviously modernizing the bike quite a bit to be able to have that in there. So that looks great. All right, I'm moving back here a little bit. This is a little side thing, but I got this cool keychain fob that's custom made by a guy in England. He laser etches this leather strap, and it says Thruxton R and then Triumph on the other side. So that's pretty neat, and then it, you know, kind of just flaps around but doesn't do any damage. And then I put this little silicone, I guess for lack of a better term, condom on my disc brake lock key, so it doesn't rattle around and mess up the nice metal on the nice aluminum metal here on the top of the triple tree. Next thing that I've done is I've actually added this quad lock phone mount, so I actually move this back and forth between both my bikes, but that's kind of how I have it set up on my Thruxton. Looks pretty clean and nice. So that's cool. And then moving right along on the tank, I flipped around my Monza cap here, so it's opening this way instead of this way. And then I also replaced the stock plastic cap with this metal one that you actually pop up and then twist to take out, so you don't need to take the key out of the ignition anymore to fill up with gas. So that's nice. And moving right along, the next thing you'll see is I have these stock Triumph made tank pads that I absolutely love. They make a lot of different ones for this bike, but I personally like these because they, you know, are pretty minimalist, but still have the Triumph logo there and offer plenty of grip. So slap those on. That was actually one of the first things I did. And then I also added these black throttle body caps to kind of help black it out a little bit more. Not sure if I'm going to continue doing all blackout parts on this. I've seen a lot of Thruxtons that are like that. It looks super cool, but I actually kind of like, you know, the brushed metal here that's on the motor. And so I don't know if I want to black out all of these things, but I think kind of having a mix of it works really well with the silver, but you know, we'll see where it goes. All right, and the next thing here on both sides of the motor, I actually have these crash guards. So one there, and let me go to the other side. And one there on this side to help protect the engine case in case of a drop, God forbid. So those are there for some protection, and I might be adding a little bit more protection in the future. Can never really have enough, but I also don't want the bike to look bulky. And moving on toward the back, I swapped out the yellow springs that came with the Olin shocks with these black ones that are offering the same compression rate. So really that's more of a cosmetic thing than it is really any sort of performance related thing, but man, they look a lot better in black. I gotta love that. And then I also put in the NRC fender eliminator kit with the LED strip signals and brake lights. So that looks pretty cool from a cosmetic standpoint. And then, you know, the functionality is great on that, but some bikers behind me say it is kind of hard to see the turn signals, but you know what? I love that look. Wouldn't have it any other way. The last little cosmetic thing that I did here is I swapped out the stock oil filler cap with this cool billet style Triumph one that I got, you know, for about like 25 bucks on eBay. Now moving on to performance related things. You can't see it, but I did do, maybe I can show you. I did do the X pipe. You can see that there. I did the X pipe. So I got rid of the cat, and now it's free flowing. The header pipes go in, come back out, and go out the exhaust. Continuing with the exhaust, I added these Cone Engineering slip-ons, shorty slip-ons. So got rid of all of that additional weight that came with the bike stock between the rear stock slip-ons and that cat. It took pounds of weight off of the bike, so got some good flow going there. And then I also swapped in, which you can't see, the Can-End air filter inside of the bike there to help with performance. And then the last performance thing I did was adding in the throttle body spacer, so there's no lag in the spacer, or no lag in the throttle anymore. It just twists and goes. So that's a great little fix to do as well. So I've done quite a bit of stuff so far. Oh, in the last little things that I did, I put on the rear passenger pegs, which was a pretty easy thing, but you know, obviously, if you guys saw my video about that, kind of disappointed that they didn't come with the bike standard. And also the bike doesn't come with a 2-up seat, so I went out and I actually found one of those on Facebook Marketplace, and so I slapped that on, flipped those pegs down when I'm riding with my wife. But yeah, guys, I'm so happy with this bike. I love the way it's turning out so far. There's not a lot else I think I want to do. I might do the performance chip thing, the chip module. I might swap out the levers here to something a little more performance at some point. You know, I might black out some more pieces. You know, I haven't really decided, but it's so close to being done. I'm in love with this bike. It's such a fun bike to ride, and you know, you guys have had a lot of inspiration that I've been able to glean and add to mine, and hopefully this is some inspiration for what you want to do to yours. But wow, what a fun hobby, what a beautiful bike. Couldn't be happier with it. Oh yeah, I also might put one of those stump guards down there just to help protect the X-pipe a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, I'd say she's pretty much all set. So I'm going to call this my 9-month owner wrap-up and update. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the description below. Love sharing this stuff with you guys, and also love hearing your comments. So look forward to posting more videos and seeing what you guys got going on with your bikes.